It's hard to get much better than 3,000 feet of moto descent, and that's what the Tongue Mountain Trail offers. Located at the bottom of the Juniper Ridge Trail just off of Forest Service Road 2904, you can either park your car at the bottom of the trail on the 2801 and pedal up the road, or you can shuttle to this point. Given the choice of vehicle retrieval, I always advocate for pedaling instead, but that's just my opinion. Alternatively, you can also wait until someone like Transcascadia offers a ride up here and hope they'll shuttle you, but they never tell you where you'll be riding ahead of time, so your mileage may vary on this. Just pedal it. Life is hard. Furthermore, when you do pedal to the top of Tongue Mountain, you owe it to yourself to go ahead and pedal up the Juniper Ridge Trail to the first exposure on that trail as well. It only adds up to another 1,700 feet, and you get even more descending excellence. Don't sell yourself short. Do something hard. Tongue Mountain does start with a bit of a climb, but it's not too bad. It's about 700 feet with one hike-a-bike section in it. Then there are some weird little punchy climbs and washes on the way down, but none of this is a deal breaker. For the most part, it's an honest 3,000-foot descent. When the trail arrives at this junction with a little trail to the right leading up to the Tongue Mountain summit, the real descent begins. The advice we were given before this descent was just embrace the rut and keep an open mind, and I'd say that's pretty good advice. Anyhow, this descent contains all the best and worst features of a moto trail. I would never want to be subjected to trying to climb this thing because of how heavily rutted it is, but man, there's just nothing better for descending on a mountain bike than a moto trail. There's just something about those moto berms. There are some sections of this descent that get pretty rowdy, with big rocks and big chunder and big gnar. That's just part of the fun of mountain biking, really. Skilled riders will clean these sections much faster than I did. Less skilled riders will find the challenge invigorating. My favorite part of this kind of descent is all these single line options with those big old shelves dirt bikes create in the tread. Riding these is like pretending you're a frog. You just sort of leap from one to the next. It's like lily pads. Momentum is definitely your friend here. Just be careful not to stuff your front wheel. There is this one totally blown out section. Just walk your bike down it. There's no shame. It's short and the trail starts rolling again very soon afterward. Eventually you'll arrive here at the High Bridge Junction. Don't go down the High Bridge Trail. Stay on Tongue Mountain. It's just better that way. One feature of this trail I feel is very important to point out is the whoops that motos left behind. There are two ways to approach these. You can either pump into them and go with the flow they create, which is a ton of fun and feels like the ocean, or you can fight it and try to go faster than the whoops want you to go. I suggest the former. Quit trying to race everywhere. Make your goal maximum fun instead of maximum speed, and you'll be a lot happier with this whole experience. You can't outsmart this trail. It will win in the end. If you often find yourself daydreaming about becoming a human monorail, then you're in luck, because this next section of trail contains some tight moto ruts with nowhere else to go. But moto ruts are fun. You can test your ability to commit to a line, and you can carve up and down the walls of these things and just have a great time in general. Turn lemons into lemonade. Actually, it's not really like that. This trail is just sort of fun by itself. There's really nothing to complain about whatsoever. The only thing to complain about, I guess, is when the descent is over. But you know what? You can always come back. Now, get out there and go ride your bike.